Human crisis continuing to unfold.
The outbreak turning
I am
deadly.
officially declaring a national emergency.
And Governor Gretchen Whitmer has been
Dow sank nearly 3,000 points, its worst day since 1980.
It's
about the deadly coronavirus officially hitting the U.S.
The projections in the U.S. are grim. It has now surpassed China in the number of people who have died from COVID-19.
Coronavirus.
When I first heard the news, I really didn't think it would last that long. I really thought it was just the media trying to get everyone riled up. I mean, you see the media growing and growing each day, and you sit there and wonder when you see like big news and events like this, if it's something really that big, or if there's something more to it. But I realized, okay, this is a lot more serious, and it's definitely not the media being over dramatic.
I remember school canceled for us on March 13th on a Friday. And everyone was really happy about that. I mean, it was gonna be half day anyway, so we were all chill.
Honestly, like it really makes you think and step back for a second and realize how fast our lives can change. 1 second we were rushing around school to various different sports, activities, and now that's all just completely stopped. It's like we've gone from 100 miles to 0.
Then, first week kind of hit in, and it just didn't feel like a vacation anymore.
Right before the coronavirus started shutting schools down, I was starting my first week of track practice for the season, and I was really getting into it. I was working so hard. I was excited for the season. It just kind of like ended. I never thought that leaving that Thursday afternoon after practice that it would probably be my last time of the season.
Every grade in high school has dealt with this differently. For the juniors and seniors especially, this has been a really difficult road. The only thing that's been really difficult is how my track season has been canceled, and all athletes feel like this because I just lost my whole season.
That was our last practice. Like, that's just crazy. It hasn't like really fully hit me yet. The fact that I'm just gonna miss all my art classes and my artist community class. I'm gonna miss just talking to other art students and like connecting with them, and even my teachers, and just being in a creative environment. And also like the fact that I'm not gonna be able to give like a proper goodbye to the seniors. It just kind of like crushes you a bit.
It was really hard for me dealing with like going from a routine to then it all just being gone. I used to wake up at the same time every single day. I had these same things after school, like track. I was in this Bible study club too, and it's all just gone now.
I realized that it's not even the people with the virus that have been heavily affected. We've all had something taken away from us at this point. This virus has affected people who don't even necessarily have it.
Hello, my name's Patrick. I'm a pharmacy manager at a local hospital. We're preparing heavily for a potential influx in patients and trying to identify therapy to treat these patients and obtain those medications. But with schools now closing and students staying home from school, a lot of healthcare employees are having to stay home with their children. So staffing is becoming very difficult at the hospital. So there are now fewer healthcare providers to take care of the increasing number of sick individuals that are presenting to the hospital.
Awesome, and how is this affecting your house life as a father and husband?
So I have 2 young children who are now home from school for at least the next 3 weeks. So that has been difficult, having them out of their routine and not having the opportunity to continue with their education. And now also with the loss of many extracurricular activities, such as sporting events, there's just not a lot of opportunities or options for my family at the moment.
One of the things that's very different is that all of my meetings for school now are on the computer. So I use Zoom for my department meetings, and then my teaching is very different too. My school has us using Google Meets and Google Classroom to give assignments to my students, so I don't get to go to school anymore. I have to contact my friends through things like House Party or FaceTime. That's a hard thing for us to deal with, especially people who really thrive on human contact, extroverts.
Especially, we just kind of joked about it, but then once it got to America, it's when it got serious. High school students especially started realizing how big of an issue this was. Everything that's going on right now just feels so surreal. I remember the first time I went to the grocery store since schools have been shut down and everything. It was so chaotic. You could just feel the tension in the air.
Yeah, they putting limits on things that are like really high in demand. Me and everyone else can all agree that we've never really witnessed before. It's almost like scary to just see how empty the stores are. And you see crazy stuff like this in movies all the time. You think, oh no, this could never happen to me. It actually is happening right now, and like we're living it.
We'll sometimes take masks to the grocery store. We don't just get the luxury of buying whatever we want, when we want. Seeing the doctor, you don't just get to go out and see the doctor. You kind of have to just deal with it. You just sort of have to wait it out, or you have to contact your physician through the phone.
I think it took like quite a long time for people, especially people our age, to realize that it's not about us. Like we saw all the news reports and the statistics saying, oh, it doesn't affect our age group, oh, we're safe. At first they were just saying, oh, it's just elderly people and people with like weakened immune system or people with cancer, and now it's just like, it's everyone. Just the fact that we'll remember this like 30, 50 years from now is just like crazy to kind of think about. We're going through like something big in history right now.
It's gonna be like our history textbooks. People are gonna fail a test on us.
On what we're going through.
In spite of everything that's going on right now, I've been trying to set goals for myself each day. I've been working on some school stuff, and I've been reading and painting, and I think a lot of people have been trying to do that too, just so that we all stay sane.
And we're missing out on all of these awesome, amazing things like prom, graduation.
The SAT got canceled for me. Seniors lost basically the rest of their year.
People's plans for traveling had to be cut short and pushed back. No one could go away for spring break.
Sporting events and even classes with people that we usually don't get to see on a daily basis. We can definitely make something good out of this, or at least try to.